That's why I thrive in the outdoors. When you don't feel like you fit in systems, lines. Some would think I'm on a joyride, traveling around, living in my van, taking these adventures to beautiful places. And I am on a joyride. And I'm not. It's tough to fit yourself in. Hey brother bear, sorry to scare you. You look at me and my little mobile home, and I'm sure many people think, yeah, he's got it tough, right? But the road of resources have long run out, and the fuse is burning short. I'm so far in debt, I'm facing certain bankruptcy, impending, like probably within the next month. And I don't know how to financially make it here in this current climate. I don't know how to be here by the cultural norm and definition. I currently don't see a way other than what I'm doing right now, which isn't a way to make a living at this point. I'm just trying to get real with y'all. In my videos so far, I focused largely on giving people the lure into the adventure lifestyle and how it can enrich your life. Because I do really believe it is soul saving, because it saved my life many times over the years. And a few close times almost took my life away from me. What I haven't told many people is how my entire life is falling apart by my choice and by my doing and by spirit design. Because there's something, a calling inside of me that can't go on the way I was a part of culture before. Even though I had a beautiful partner, amazing in so many ways, and a beautiful home, and a lucrative, stressful as fuck career, there was an emptiness inside of me that was tearing me apart. There was an emptiness inside of me that was tearing me apart. It's like the call of the wild is the best way I can explain it. Like a wolf or a wild animal would feel, taken out of the wild and put into a cage. There's just this deep calling. It's the intensity pulsing in my bloodstream, saying and starting to scream at me, you're in the wrong place. You're doing the wrong thing. What are you doing? You know when things are synchronized. You know when there's magic, synchronicity, and things just feel like kismet. They just line up and they just feel like shooting stars, or they just feel like it's just right. And then you know when things just feel wrong. When it feels bad, trust that it's bad. When it's raising your blood pressure, causing you tremendous stress, making you feel like you're going to lose your fucking mind, trust it. Trust that something is calling for change. All I know is that I feel, by contrast, I'm on fire on the top of a mountain. When I'm climbing a mountain, or when I'm in my sea kayak facing the outer coast, and I know the weather, I'm reading the waves, I'm reading the landscape, I'm in the rhythm with the tides and the cycles of the moon and the wilderness, and I'm paying attention to the wild animals and reading the tracks on the beaches and gathering and foraging for wild foods, setting up my tent and building my camp, gathering firewood, sleeping on the same ground that bear and wolf and moose sleep on, and cougar, paddling the same waters that orca and humpback and sea lions and seals and porpoise all swim. There I feel at home. There I feel in rhythm, in sync, and the world makes sense to me. Deeply, passionately, inexplicably, beyond a doubt, makes sense to me. Trailing the game paths through old-growth forests, the deep, dank, rich soil smell and the smell of moss and ancient cedar and hemlock, and equally scouting and tracking the inner trails of the inner landscape of the heart and mind of this man that match and somehow meet that outer environment on the inside, if that makes sense. And surviving like that and thriving like that is I'm on fire. I'm on fire. So all I am doing is reading the landscape of contrasts, and that's why I turn to living in a van and traveling it. And leaving a 17-year-long relationship and leaving a lucrative career, leaving a beautiful, cozy home, and facing the unknown. Because really at that point I was trusting that all the answers I'm going to find, all the answers are ahead of me in the unknown, which is kind of how I look at life. You know, you live your way into the answers, and the answers that I was looking for, the unknowns that I was digging into to find my answers, is out there. It wasn't in the same routine. It wasn't in the same 9 to 5, the same day to day where things weren't working. I had to break out and do something dramatically different to really dive into the unknown to find it. If that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. And then the conundrum, by contrast again, how leaving all that other world pains me every day. And I carry this grief in my heart every day with me. Because I really love my partner. And I loved our home. I just didn't know how to be there in the cultural ways and the cultural demands, the financial demands, the traffic, the stressful career, all these things that just created crossfire circuitry, electrical signals in my brain got this isn't working. But I do know how to be a wilderness person and a traveler, a pilgrim on the spiritual path, living up to the highest version of myself. And I did the stressful thing that didn't feel right to me for too long. And I ignored the calling in my own heart that made the most sense to me for too long. Sometimes I think it's just as simple as if it's not right, it's wrong. Or if it feels wrong, it's not right. Doesn't mean the partner's not right, or the home's not right, or whatever piece. It just means that there's changes that can happen for the benefit or the greater whole. I've always been this way. I always had my greatest epiphanies on the side of the road, on the side of mountains, snowboarding through deep powder down double black diamond slopes, paddling and reading the wind and the waves and the landscape from my sea kayak of the outer coastline is where I have my epiphanies. I don't have them the same within the four walls of my everyday living situation, where you kind of get so gridlocked into the habitual patterns that it's hard to have them for me. That's why I come out. That's why I thrive in the outdoors. This is a letter to the younger me. You better never quit your daydream. It's not reality, 'cause it's right there. You find everything you need to know. Let there be strength to be ourselves and do what's right. Let there be peace inside out. I know how you feel. I know your hope is crushed. Just know healing can't be rushed. Yes, and of course I know there's a lifetime of so much deeper here as well. The life callings, and all those things. And this is not a midlife crisis. It's a midlife soul course correction. Reprogramming a lifetime of ills. Radically reframing my perspectives. And all of this is a life's initiation into the next phase of life, right? There's going to be challenges, there's going to be growing pains, there's going to be blooming and decay and death and moving into the new cycle.
I fear what comes after. Hold on for better days. Let our past begin to shatter. Days like these, we can see the way to live out a new chapter. Tides coming our way as we move closer to what matters. Times like these, they come and go, so let this feeling grow. Finally see always known, so let this feeling grow. These days come to life like a river keeps on winding. We know this is our time. Keep the memories that we're finding. Times like these, they come and go, so let this feeling grow. Finally see what we've always known, so let this feeling grow. When the tears come streaming down your face, 'cause you lose something that you can't replace. I'll put my life in a bottle, something to guide your way. Even if you're too scared to follow, there's a light in each new day. If the moon gives up rising, the sun stops it shining, you know you'll have a hand to hold. As we wait on the timing, together we're finding there's more than one way to go home. I know you're tired of this pattern. One up and three below. When you're chasing after what matters, your heart knows where to go. If the moon gives up rising, the sun stops it shining, you know you'll have a hand to hold. As we wait on the timing, together we're finding there's more than one way to go home.
Please share this video with those whom you think it will resonate or who will enjoy it. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell to get notified when new videos come out. All these things greatly help this channel gain traction and reach more people who need it. I appreciate you.
If the moon gives up rising, the sun stops it shining, you know you've got a hand to hold. As we wait on the timing, together we're finding there's more than one way to go home. Yeah, there's more than one